There we have it. Derby County secure their first championship win of the 2024-25 campaign. It was a 1-0 victory over Middlesbrough with a bunch of trials and tribulations on both teams along the way. Derby County found a way to be defensively solid and pick up a goal on the counter-attack. We're going to get into talking all about the game in just one moment, but before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that notification bell to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL Championship and League One content heading your way across the course of this season. Videos like this focused on Derby, as well as match previews and reviews across the entire division. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to stay tuned for all of my latest content, and make sure you let me know your thoughts on today's results down in the comments. Now, what an absolutely amazing performance for Paul Warne and his coaching staff to bat away any critics. Now, I said a week ago after Blackburn that if it did not get better, there is a potential for his job to be at risk, and I got lambasted for it, and I did, and that's just how it is. But today shows what we should be seeing on a more consistent basis. Now, if we played that game 9 times out of 10, we don't win. But ultimately we found the way to win today with an abundance of quality in midfield and a brilliant counter-attacking move which saw Kayden Jackson pick up the ball on the halfway line, and his lightning pace put him through on goal 1v1 with the goalkeeper. And I thought when he took it round, I thought he'd messed it up. I thought the keeper was going to be able to get down to it and knock it away, but he was not able to do so, and it went into the back of the net. And it was picked up from defensive sloppiness from Middlesbrough, being a bit sloppy on the ball. I think it was Isiah Jones who gave the ball away, and Kayden Jackson just had that extra yard of pace to get into the final third, 1v1 with the goalkeeper. And yes, he had men breathing down his back, but they were 3 or 4 yards behind him. He had plenty of time to take it around the goalkeeper and slot it in, and it was an excellent moment for Pride Park to secure their first home goal of the season, and the first home goal since 2022 in the Championship. And I think there's a lot to talk about with this game, because obviously David Ozo, unbelievable performance. Obviously Eiran Cashin going off, and if any of you were at the game, you'll see, or you listened to Paul Warne's post-match, you would have seen that Cashin wasn't necessarily too happy to be taken off, and he obviously thought he was okay to continue, but medical staff deemed that he wasn't. He was off as a concussion. Sonny Bradley came on and put in a stellar performance for 60-70 minutes. I think it was 70 minutes. I think Cashin went off about 5 minutes after the goal, if that. I think he had a collision with Elder, but it might have been a Middlesbrough player in between them, but they both went for the same ball, and Cashin ended up worse off. And then obviously about 5 minutes after that, we lost Kane Wilson, with Ryan Niambi coming in for that, which is a change I would have made pre-game anyway. Now, obviously in my match preview I spoke a lot about Dejon Brown and how I think he deserved an opportunity to start, but neither him nor Liam Thompson started. We went with James Collins through the middle, taking Barkhazen out from the Blackburn Rovers game, and I think the midfield three is starting to click. Kenzo looks as if he's happier receiving the ball under a bit more pressure. He's doing a lot more with it, and it's going to be interesting to see how that develops over the next few weeks. Obviously David Ozo, I think that's probably the best performance he's put in a Derby County shirt. Obviously at Blackburn Rovers it wasn't his greatest performance, I think we can all agree on that, but certainly today showed the bags of quality which Crystal Palace fans believe that he has, and I think if he can continue performances like that, if we still have him past January, I think we'll be very, very lucky, because it was an excellent performance from him today. Obviously, you've then got, if you talk about Ben Osborne as well, did not stop running all game, put in an absolute shift across the game, and certainly one which, if he continues to put in performances like that and work as hard as that, then he'll become a fan favourite within no time, because that's what we want as Derby County fans. It's passion and running and stuff like that. Now, obviously, it was the first time we got to see Jakub Zetterstrom only on the bench, as I anticipated in my video yesterday talking about the signing. It felt like the right decision. And I think, I'm not sure if I spoke about it in my video or if it was off camera, but I said that it would be just typical Derby for Josh Vickers to put in an absolute blinder today. Now he's got some competition, and what a blinder he had. Now, I'm not saying Middlesbrough couldn't have scored or didn't have opportunities. They were by far the better side across the game, and when we go through it in the Championship review, you'll see that they were by far the better side across the 90 minutes, but we were able to be defensively solid. We won our battles, won our duels, and I think the ref was a bit iffy at times across the game. He'd give things for Middlesbrough that he wouldn't give for us, and it's one of them for me where you want some sort of consistency, and at times I don't think we got that today. But enough about the referee, enough about Middlesbrough. Let's enjoy Derby County's first win in the Championship since, was it April 2022? I think Blackpool away, I want to say. 2-0 win. Cashin and Malcolm Ebioe scored that day, I believe. And today, Kayden Jackson wrote his name in Derby County history in a way with the first win in the Championship post-administration, and what a performance it was. And the Borough fans singing about Steve Gibson, Derby fans singing about Steve Gibson, and certainly was an entertaining one across the board. I think Middlesbrough fans can be happy with the Middlesbrough performance, and obviously, yes, they didn't come away with anything, and they probably expected to, but Derby County were excellent defensively, and that's really what shut down Middlesbrough. And we said it last week, and I've said it in my previews, reviews and stuff like that, that it's all about being clinical, and if you can take your chances and create good high quality chances, then you will win games. And obviously today Middlesbrough, in my opinion, didn't really create anything outrageous. I think when I go through the statistics and stuff like that, I do think that we'll probably see a lot of opportunities on the edge of the box and outside the box, and there just wasn't really many occasions where I felt as if, that was a big chance. Now, there was a couple of opportunities. There was one which bounced off the post, a couple which dragged wide. The one off the post was the one that was the scariest for me. They did put the ball in the net, I want to say, after about 60 minutes from a header, I want to say, from a crossing, but he was offside, so nothing to worry about there. But let me just end it here, and we'll talk about this performance again over the course of the season, because this has set a standard now, and I think you all know, I know, that if Derby County want to get promoted, they've got to perform like that every single week. That defensive solidity, that prowess on the attack where Kayden Jackson just breaks through the centre of the pitch. And obviously there'll be more players to join, and we'll see when they arrive. But before we do get into some matchday footage, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, turn on the notification bell, let me know your thoughts and opinions on the performance, and I'll catch you in my next video. Go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.